Assalamu alaikum students. So today in histology we will discuss about the epithelium. Now this lecture is for first year MBBS, BDS and DPT students. Assalamu alaikum students. Today I am discussing the epithelium. In this lecture I will discuss the short answer questions and the MCQs which usually come from the chapter of the epithelium in the histology. So first of all, in epithelium, a question is asked, define epithelium. What is epithelium? Most of the students, they don't know how to define it. So first question is the define epithelium. So this question, it can be asked in the short answer questions or in the viva questions. Number 2 is the give the peculiar features of the epithelium. Characteristic features of the epithelium. This question is also asked in the, it also can be asked in the viva question or in the form of a short answer question. Number 3, the classification of epithelium. So how do you classify the epithelium? This question usually it comes in the viva, in the practical, in the form of short answer question. So this is very important. The epithelium, it is classified according to the number of cell layers and the shape of the cells. Now the fourth question which comes is the give the distinction between the simple epithelia and the stratified epithelia, as well as between the squamous, cuboidal and columnar epithelia. And number 5 is the identify the different types of simple epithelia, describe their structure and give their location and function. So it's very important that you are able to describe the different types, their structure and their function and their location. So their structure, their function and the location is interrelated. So how do you define the epithelium? Epithelium is defined as a collection of closely opposed cells with very little extracellular material. Very little amount of extracellular material. So this is the definition of epithelium, that it is a tissue which contains sheets of closely packed cells with little extracellular material. It covers the external surface of the body or line the internal cavities or the tubes, or form the parenchyma of various glands and line their ducts. So characteristic features of epithelium. So epithelium have 5 characteristics, namely the cells have polarity, means that they have the sides, the apical side, the basal side and the lateral side also. Lateral side. So epithelial cells have got polarity, means an epithelial cell have got an apical surface, the lateral surface and the basal surface. So the apical surfaces, they bear the microvilli or the cilia. As you know, the basal surface is in contact with the basal lamina, which is formed by the glycoprotein and collagen, and beneath this basal lamina lies the reticular lamina and then the connective tissue. The cells, they are composed, the cells, they are held together by junctions, namely the tight junctions and the desmosomes. Other junctions present in between these epithelial cells are the gap junctions through which communication occurs. Now, the epithelial tissue is avascular, but it is highly innervated. Now, no blood vessels nor lymphatics are found in the epithelium, and nourishment is provided by diffusion from the adjacent supporting tissues. Epithelium has got a good regenerative capacity. So, polarity of epithelium, it's very important because epithelial cells have got a free surface which is exposed to the lumen. You can see here, this is the free surface, which is also known as the apical surface. And on this apical surface lies very important receptors which interact with the molecules present in the lumen. And it has got an attached surface or basal surface resting on the underlying connective tissue. The base of each cell is attached to underlying basement membrane. The apical end faces open spaces and lateral surface are attached to the neighboring cells by cell junctions. So, classification of epithelium. Epithelium is classified into two basic types, the covering epithelium and the glandular epithelium. The covering or lining epithelium, it consists of three types of epithelium which lines the various cavities and the tubes of the body. These are the simple epithelium, then the stratified epithelium, and then special epithelium. So, covering epithelium is of three types, namely the simple epithelium, then the stratified epithelium, and third one is the special epithelium. Now, how to identify the epithelium? It's very simple. First of all, the number of layers of the cells. If it is single layered, then it is the, for example, simple columnar epithelium. The nuclei, the cells are single layered and nuclei, they lie in one row. Or simple cuboidal, likewise, the cells, they lie in one row, and the nucleus, they also lie in one row. Okay, so how to identify the cell type? Now, columnar cells, as I have told you before, are column shaped, but their cell boundaries are not distinct. Their nuclei, they lie in the base and they are somewhat oval. But the cells in the cuboidal epithelium, their nuclei are large and spherical. And the cells of the squamous epithelium are spindle shaped like this, and their nuclei are flattened like this. So you can see the difference of shape of the nuclei. Because the cell boundaries, we cannot identify the cell boundaries properly, but the cell shape can be identified through the nuclei and the number of layer of the cells. Now there are presence of surface specializations such as cilia, villi or keratin. So keratin is present in stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. So we have multiple layer of cells with keratin on the top with no nuclei in the keratin layer. Okay, in case of cilia, cilia is present in two kinds of epithelium. The simple columnar epithelium, one is which is present in the uterine tube, and the other in the respiratory epithelium, where pseudostratified epithelium is present with cilia. So the cilia, by the presence of cilia, we also identify the type of epithelium. Okay, villi are the extensions of the cell membrane on the apical surface, villi, and these are present in the lining of GI tract, and they are present in simple columnar epithelium with villi and microvilli. So these are microvilli. So villi are the villus structure are the, so basically microvilli are present on the surface of the epithelium. Now the presence of secretory structures or of the cells, secretory structures of the cell, secretory granules are present, for example in the goblet cells. Secretory granules are present in the apical portion of the cell. So that is how we identify the epithelium. The simple epithelium, that is the epithelium having single row of cells. Now this is divided into three types: simple columnar, simple squamous and simple cuboidal on the basis of shape of the cells. So simple columnar, column-like cells, single layer of column-like cells. Simple squamous, single layer of squamous cells or spindle-shaped cells, and cuboidal is single layer of cuboidal cells. So this kind of epithelium is usually present at places where the function of secretion or absorption is taking place. So types of stratified epithelium. Now stratified epithelium, it is divided into four types, that is the stratified squamous epithelium, stratified columnar epithelium, stratified cuboidal epithelium and the transitional epithelium. Now this stratified epithelium is on the basis of number of layers of the cells. Now this stratified epithelium has got more than one layer of epithelial cells. So that's why it is called stratified. So it has got layers, number of layers of epithelial cells, and we further divide this stratified epithelium into columnars, squamous and cuboidal on the basis of the surface epithelial cells, the shape of the surface epithelial cells. If the shape of the surface epithelial cells are squamous, then it is called stratified squamous epithelium. If the shape is columnar, we call this stratified columnar epithelium, and if the shape is cuboidal, we name it stratified cuboidal epithelium. Now the transitional epithelium is also a stratified epithelium, multi-layered epithelium, which changes its number of layers with the state of the distension of the organ in which it is present. It is usually present in the ureter and the urinary bladder, and depending upon the distension of the urinary bladder or the ureter, its number of layers changes. Now the stratified squamous epithelium, it is further divided into two types. Stratified squamous keratinized epithelium, this is present on the dry surfaces, that is the external surface of the body, the skin. So it has got keratin layer on its surface. While the stratified squamous non-keratinized, it is present on the moist surfaces, that is in the oral cavity, esophagus, lower part of anal canal and the vagina. So pseudostratified epithelium, it is the special type of the epithelium, and in this epithelium you can see here that it is uni-layered. single cell, but all the cells, they are lying on the basement membrane, but not all the cells are reaching the apical surface. Here you can see this is the apical surface. Not all the cells, they are reaching the apical surface. Now these cells which are present in the base are known as basal cells, while the tall columnar cells, they reaches the apical surface. Now the broad part of the basal cells lie near the basement membrane, while broad part of the columnar cells, they lie towards the apical surface. So as we know that the nucleus is lying in the broad part, so in the basal cells the nucleus is lying near the basement membrane in the basal cells, while in the columnar cells the nuclei, they are lying more towards the apical surface. So this gives the appearance of false stratification because the nuclei, they are lying at different levels. So this gives appearance of false stratification. So hence this is named as pseudo-stratified epithelium, and this is present in the respiratory passages and ducts of the male reproductive system.